How's it going, guys? It's Ralph from Beyond the Huddle, and welcome to this week's weekly altcoin forecast. As always, we will give a quick little recap on Bitcoin so we can know our bias potentially for what we should do for the altcoins. Then we'll take a look at Ethereum and wrap it up with some other altcoins if we do have enough time. So with that being said, let's get started. Beginning with Bitcoin here, again, I'll do a very quick recap. I don't want to get too into this. If you guys don't know what I'm going over here, or if you want to see more detail about it, feel free to go to yesterday's video as you'll get more insights. But essentially, if we went, or as long as we stay above this purple zone here, we're going to be long-term bullish. And we want to be short-term bearish if we go below this red line. As you can see here, this daily candle will do so. Yesterday's daily candle, that was the one that we wanted to see how it would react. As you can see, 2 days ago, the candle of August 1st, it tried to go below it and it quickly rejected. So we were waiting on this candle here on the August 2nd. So remember, if we're going to be short-term bearish on Bitcoin, but long-term bullish now, that means we can buy Bitcoin, and that means we can also, we should be looking at altcoins that are long-term bullish. However, we cannot get into any coins at the moment because Bitcoin is not at our support level. In fact, it is short-term bearish and below the monthly open. So again, that's a very big neon red sign to be cautious with any altcoins you may be in or any altcoins you may be looking to get in at, since Bitcoin might potentially go down to this level. And again, we don't know how it's going to react to this level. I never know. I have to always see how it reacts as it hits the level. So yeah, again, pretty sure on Bitcoin here. Short-term bearish, but we are long-term bullish as long as this purple zone holds. So on to the indexes. I forgot to mention that in the intro. And then we'll take a look at Ethereum. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is go to total 2 divided by BTC USDT. Now remember, this is the altcoins against Bitcoin. So that's looking at their cross pairs. For example, LTC BTC, Uniswap BTC, Ethereum BTC, and so on. That is not the same as this right here, where you're looking at total 2. So if you look at total 2, actually, you can see we're above the quarterly. So that would make you believe that, you should be looking for buys. However, when you take a look at it against Bitcoin, you can see that it's actually quite far below it. We did have a very strong move, and that's what I spoke about this last week, saying that you were better off buying Bitcoin, and that's the whole reason why you want to look at the index of all the altcoins. So this one right here is the altcoins excluding Bitcoin. You want to look at that index and you want to compare it to Bitcoin right here. So that you do that by dividing it by BTC USDT. So then you know how strong they are against it. And again, my whole point of view there is you'd rather just buy buy Bitcoin than the altcoins. Now, one interesting thing we need to throw in there is using the S&PDT, you are below the quarterly, and we obviously don't like that because that suggests the quarterly candle will continue being bearish. However, you are above the monthly, and that gives us some really cool and really interesting short-term trade opportunities if the moment arises. So we'll see how that works out. Again, it all depends if Bitcoin changes back to short-term bullish. I might take a stab at it even if we're below the quarterly open because we're above the monthly, right? So then when we take a look at the same thing, we want to do the same thing with the Defi index. Again, you want to do Defi against Bitcoin, and if we take a look at it, just Defi alone, it's below its monthly and it's above its quarterly, okay? So same problem again. You'd be fooled thinking that you should be buying Defi coins, but then when you look at the true reality of the Defi coins, it's not as bad as the altcoins, but you still need to see it go back above this. This is actually wonderful if you see it, because you can see right now, that means most cross pairs of the DeFi coins, right, the DeFi space is above its monthly open, and it's trying to go above the quarterly. That's bullish long term on the quarterly, and that's bullish on the monthly at the moment. Okay, so we're in a very well, it's a gray area on the quarterly because we're sitting right on it. So we do need to see and find out if it's going to reject and close below it, or if it's going to go ahead and break back above it. So yeah, that's the analysis here on these indexes. if this were to get broken here, it's pretty nice because then we have the supply zone on the weekly, but I believe that's going to get broken in that case. And then we can move up to this one right here. That's 23% on average move higher for all these indexes. Now, I'm sorry, for all these DeFi coins. But again, we do have to be very, very careful. If we reject on this quarterly and on this monthly because Bitcoin is short-term bearish, that could mean we're going to go back to fill in this range between this swing high to this swing low. That's a really nice discount. And you know you're still bullish. You know you're supposed to still be buying that. Why? Because according to your SMPDT, you'd still be above the yearly open. So yeah, let's go take a look at Ethereum. And we, again, because of the way we're looking at these things now, based on the indexes, we want to go ahead and pay some very close attention to Ethereum BTC. Okay, so moving on here to Ethereum BTC. What we can see is essentially much kind of like what we spoke about on this altcoin index, where most coins were below its quarterly open. Actually, Ethereum is really interesting because it's above its monthly open as well. So then when we go ahead and take a look at these daily charts, you can see that right here it's in this decision area where it's trying to make up its mind whether we're going to stay above the quarterly or whether we're going to use it as resistance. And by the way, last time we used something like this as resistance, if you guys remember, it was on Bitcoin, and that was the big swing high, swing low premium sell that led to the sell-off. So I'll show you guys that real quick right here. I remember the quarterly open, so that would have been, let's see, somewhere around here, April, let's see, April, yep, there it is. So the quarterly open was right there, and if we make this white, you can see right here, so that was a swing high, that was a swing low, and during this time, when from April 25th to about May 7th or something, when Bitcoin was retracing up to this quarterly open, that's when Ethereum went off, through the roof. It like doubled in price. And I didn't buy Ethereum because I was expecting Bitcoin to find some resistance. I didn't know if it was going to stop here, go up to my quarterly open again, use it as resistance, and I didn't know it was going to dance around, right? Again, you never know. You just pick your spots and you do some probabilities, and you try your best to use the order flow and the positions of the smart money and so on. But nonetheless, the quarterly open is this white line, and it bounced up it twice, and then boom, it collapsed. So check out Ethereum right now, and again, as we saw here in the DeFi index, a lot of coins are actually doing this too. We have a swing high, swing low, and we're coming back right into this quarterly open. So it's very important to not get faked out here by this one candle closing above it and then not seeing any strength continue. Okay, so these are like those false breakouts that you get all the time. So if you're going to be a bear, and remember, we are short-term bearish on Bitcoin, so we don't want to be making any decisions right now. So this video right now is purely for us to see how these altcoins are going to continue performing and how their levels are going to continue developing while Bitcoin situates itself and turns back short-term bullish. Last time it turned short-term bullish, I was just myself personally patiently waiting for the monthly candle. But if I hadn't been waiting for the monthly candle, there was plenty of altcoin trades we would have caught. Actually, DOT went from $10 to almost $20. Obviously, I wouldn't have caught the entire thing. But that was DOT, FTX, and there's a bunch of other coins that also had moves higher of about 30 to 50%. We just didn't catch them because we had to stay disciplined with our monthly SMPDT, and that will happen. Again, the key here is that only the people that have their strict guidelines and abide by them are the ones who will survive. So again, we're looking for this to see how it's going to react. Let me draw out this for you guys so you know exactly what I'm thinking. I have that swing high here. Then we have this swing low here, and let's go ahead and mark out this fib. Again, nothing too complicated here. Just pulling out some fibs, and we can even draw out the supply zone. I think on a 3-day, it's a really nice one. Yep, well, kind of broke it there. So there's this level here, or you can combine these two, but nonetheless, right here, you hit the premium. So this is a very, very big area. I don't generally buy at premiums unless they get broken and retested. So I'm sure you've seen people draw it. It's something like it breaks the support level right here, and then it comes right back. I'm sorry, it breaks the resistance level, and then it comes right back into it, and then that would be your buy, and it goes off to the moon. That's the only way that I would be willing to buy this. Other than that, not really interested in making any decisions right now. So yeah, there you have it. Again, guys, not much to say here about Ethereum. Just keep your eyes open, because this is a very, very important area for it. Again, you're literally deciding right now what the quarterly candle is going to do. That's why it definitely matters, and you should definitely be very cautious. Now, if we fall, the next target would be, how does it react at the monthly open? If we lose that as well, then yes, you will definitely be expecting new lows if we lose the monthly open. And then you'd be targeting this high right here. So that would be the February high. So yeah, we will circle back around. Now you can see right here, that's a yearly demand actually. So that's pretty nice right there. There's also a quarterly demand. That's the October high, but I don't think it'll get that low. So let's not get too crazy here. But yeah, guys, if you like this video, we're just gonna wrap it up right there. So if you like the video, please make sure to subscribe, give us a thumbs up. Stay tuned for Monday's video. Again, there's not much to talk about here in the altcoins because Bitcoin, we're bearish, so it's kind of boring. Apart from that, I'll see you guys on Monday. Have a great day.